If you were a nerd in the 80s, chances are you've seen this beautiful lady, either at your local comic shop or video store. Taarna hails from Heavy Metal, an animated anthology film based on stories from the adult comic magazine of the same name. It's a gloriously unsubtle romp through the culture of sci-fi, fantasy, and metal in the 80s. The battle bikini as a trope has gone back and forth between slandered as unrealistic or objectifying, and exalted as a symbol of sexuality and creative freedom. But what if I told you that in this story, impractical as it is, it makes sense thematically? The stories of Heavy Metal are all connected by a living green gem known as the Loch-Nar, the ultimate evil that has corrupted mortals and led them to misdeeds across time and worlds. Taarna appears in the final of these stories, named after her. Taarna is a silent protagonist, described as the last Tarakian, the last of a warrior race that protects the innocent and destroys the wicked. She doesn't have that much of a vocal, complex personality beyond this, nor does she need to. As the one to ultimately defeat the Loch-Nar, at least temporarily, she cements herself as a soundless personification of good and enemy of evil. Considering how she's reincarnated as a little human girl afterwards, supposedly she's less human and more cosmic entity, akin to the fiendish gem itself. As for the outfit, the film doesn't explicitly enunciate any justification of your parents' and grandparents' gooning material, but the way I see it, it emphasizes the kind of force that defeats the ultimate evil. As a thin, half-naked lady with a sword riding on a giant bird, she's not a macho demigod like He-Man or an armed-to-the-teeth Giga-Chad like G.I. Joe. Instead, Heavy Metal seems to be promoting the idea that the counterweight to evil is not brute force, but a kind of pure, delicate, virtuous vulnerability. Strength and weakness, perhaps. Okay, maybe I'm thinking a little too hard about how I should explain my fetish for buxom, swimsuit-clad war maidens, but the idea isn't entirely out of the blue. J. David Alvis describes in his essay Michelangelo's David in the Florentine Republic how the nakedness of the biblical David in marble symbolizes his victory over Goliath through piety and virtue. He doesn't wear King Saul's armor because he is a shepherd, not a warrior, and thus not used to it, while in contrast, Goliath is a gargantuan wall of muscle and bronze armor. Instead, David declares that while Goliath comes with the finest armaments, he comes in the name of the Lord of Israel, embodiment of all that is good, and slays the Philistine champion with a single pebble from his sling. I mean, yeah, a well-placed sling bullet is the ancient equivalent of getting brained with a Glock, but that's not the point. But yeah, honestly, in the age of cynicism provided to us by the internet, the naysayers for anything fantastic or historically inaccurate seem to be inflated the most. Luckily for me, I'm tickled pink by the fact that I can justify my love for fantasy bazongas and badonkadonks by pointing them out as symbols, exercises in artistic techniques, or just good fun. A perfect distraction from my endless alien libido.